Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. For today's video, I am going to be giving you some stay-at-home or work from home motivation. I'm going to be taking you through a typical morning in my life, which is jam-packed with so much stuff, and I'm also going to be giving you some tips and tricks on how you can manage it all. So if that is what you're interested in, please stay tuned and keep watching. I kind of wanted to take you guys along and show you like a typical day in the life or a typical morning for us. So I always wake up before then because this is when I get my time in. Usually I like to read or journal or work out. Today I'm not doing none of that because I am dead tired. I am dead tired and we have a busy day ahead of us. Sometimes it's okay just to not go with the flow, but right now I'm just still getting myself ready. Wash my face, brush my teeth, throw some clothes on. So on the agenda today, you're going to kind of see how my morning goes as far as being a stay-at-home and a work-from-home mom, because we typically have to manage multiple things in a day. So I know just a kind of like rough draft of what's going to happen today. I have 2 meetings this morning. I also have to go to the grocery store. I have to do some laundry. I have to do, of course, the whole cleaning and maintaining. I know I have to cook dinner. And this is all like the first portion or the first half of my day. So like I said, I just wanted to bring light to basically what stay-at-home parents do, especially if you work from home. Even if you're not, there's still a ton of things on your to-do list. Today, I already got this done. Let me throw on some clothes and then we'll talk a little bit more about what needs to be done today. Okay, so we are done getting dressed. I don't have on anything major, just some basic pieces. I highly recommend that you invest in some good quality basic pieces. They don't have to be an arm and leg. Like, this is just a basic rib shirt that I got from H&M. These jeans, they're mom jeans and they're so comfortable. I got like a stain on the back of them that won't come off. I think it was something in my pocket that when I washed it just stained it, but these are so comfortable and they fit so good, and I just refuse to get rid of them. And I can't remember where I got them from, so I can't even replace them, but they're just so comfortable and I'm just like, whatever. But okay, so I got my basic little fit on. I have my earrings, just basic little studs. I'm going to throw on some perfume. This is from Dossier and it's the Gourmand Patchouli and it smells really good. I'm just going to spray a little bit on. I want to send a very special thank you out to Dossier for sending me this perfume. If you have been watching my channel for a good little minute now, you know that me and Dossier has become best friends. They have definitely helped me establish and maintain a self-care routine. They make it so easy and affordable to indulge in the luxury of self-care. They have just made it so easy and cost effective to try out different scents every month so I know what works for me. With each Dossier perfume, they'll give you a card, and on that card, it tells you a little bit more about them. They also give you the top, middle, and base notes for that perfume and what it is inspired by. Not only is the bottle very aesthetically pleasing, but their packaging is also recyclable and environmentally friendly. I'll leave a link in my description box so you can go ahead and check out the mini inspired designer scents. And also, I just wanted to let you know that they are now in Walmart if you're the type who don't want to wait for packaging. I know sometimes we can get a little antsy, but definitely head over to their website and they have a bar where you can put in your zip code to see what Walmart near you carries the actual products. You guys are unfamiliar with Dossier. It is a luxury inspired perfume brand. Their motto is luxury scents at an affordable price. Their scents are inspired by Tom Ford, Creed, Le Labo, Gucci, Chanel, just about any designer fragrance that you can think of. Tom Ford. So just about any designer fragrance that you can think of, Dossier does have an inspired scent for it. So instead of paying $100, $200, $300 and up for these scents, Dossier has them for $29, $39, $49, $59. And of course, they do have an ongoing special to where the more you buy, the more you save. They do offer women perfume, men's cologne, and of course, unisex scents as well. The good thing about Dossier is that even though it is an online company, if you would like to try a scent, you get it and don't like it, they do offer full refunds. And not only that, their packaging is eco-friendly, and then all their perfumes are cruelty-free, and it doesn't have all that unnecessary chemicals and stuff like that inside of it. Again, I want to say thank you to Dossier for sponsoring today's video. Okay, so now that we got ourselves together, let's go ahead and head back out and let's wake the kids up. I normally get them up around 7 o'clock. The older kids, their bus comes at 7:40, and that's usually enough time for them to get dressed, brush their teeth, brush their face, eat breakfast, and still have enough time for a little bit of TV. So let's just go ahead and get them up. The other two don't have to be at school until 8:45, so there is a time lapse, but I still wake everybody up at 7 o'clock. If the little ones don't get up, then that's fine because they have more time than the older ones. But you know, the main goal is the older ones. So let's go ahead and see what everybody is doing. I'm pretty sure they're all asleep because they have not been in here yet. So, which is why one of the main reasons why I like waking up early. So now that we got ourselves together, feeling good, let's just go and start our day. What's on the menu for breakfast today. So you have Giselle's, it's just pancakes, sausage, and oranges. Nasir has pancakes, sausage, oranges. Naomi has pancake, sausage, and applesauce. And then Malachi has pancake, sausage, and applesauce. So these two like applesauces, and then those two, come on, are like oranges. And I had to, even though hers is in a pouch, I had to put it in a bowl because whole meltdown, she don't get a bowl. I also wanted to show you guys the kids' vitamin regimen, and since I started this, it has decreased the amount of times that they have been sick over the year. Like, nothing is foolproof, nothing is perfect, and it's still sometimes when they're down, but for the most part, this has definitely helped. So the first thing that I'm going to be doing or using is zinc. And zinc is a major player in the creation of DNA, growth of cells, building proteins, healing damaged tissue, and supporting a healthy immune system. Next up is the vitamin D3. And the benefits of D3 is that it strengthens bones, of course, your immune system, it boosts your mood, and it can improve brain function. And it only takes a few drops to get the recommended dose. Next up is elderberry. Now, this has become very popular since the pandemic, but elderberry definitely helps boost your immune system. It also helps tame inflammation, lessen stress, and it could help protect your heart. And some people say that it helps ease cold and flu symptoms, which means it helps you get over it faster. The last thing that I'm going to be adding into our little vitamin concoction is a multivitamin. Now, this one is Mary Ruth's. Now, I don't know if you guys have seen, but all of the vitamins have been liquid, which was a major transition for us. But it has been proven that liquid vitamins absorb into the system better and faster. So, which is why we made that transition. Also, with this particular brand, Mary Ruth's, I found that it was very good. It's dairy-free, gluten-free, soy-free, and sugar-free. So it has not had any adverse reactions with my kids, which this is going to be a staple. Like, we have a vitamin routine now. I just wanted to point out that it's like this every morning. The girls are always the first one at the table, and I just don't understand what takes the boys so long. But after breakfast, we're going to go ahead and head back upstairs. I'm going to go on a show because it's time for me to do Naomi's hair. Now, normally I do not have to do her hair every single day because on the weekends, I do like to braid her hair, which again, doesn't need daily maintenance, maybe like an oil sheen spray or grease her scalp. But as far as the whole brushing and stuff, I don't usually do that every day, but I did not get a chance to wash and braid her hair over the weekend. So this is what we're going to be doing. Just cute little mini buns, and we're on our way. It doesn't take too long. She is not a fan of getting her hair done, but she tolerates it. So during the week, if I have to do it, it's really something simple because she'll be up moving around, and I do not have that kind of time in the morning to be chasing a toddler. The weekend is a different story. Like, I would chase her all around the house to get those braids done, but for this week's purpose, it's just the 3 buns, and we're gonna call it a day. Now, the kids have a little bit of TV time, so I'm gonna go ahead and straighten up the kitchen because we all know it's the heart of the home. I'm in here several times a day. Even when the kids are not here, I am in there several times a day, and I just want to make sure that I stay on top of the cleaning because we all know when it comes to the evening time, you just want to be able to cook and go and not have to worry about cleaning the kitchen before you cook, and then after you cook, you can just cook and clean at the same time. Trust me, it just makes the process so much easier. I cannot stress how much having a routine, no matter what task you're doing, a cleaning routine, a laundry routine, a morning routine, night routine, lunch routine, like routines are the key factor that you need to implement into your daily life if you want to stay sane. Trust me, I have to live by a routine. I understand that sometimes it doesn't work for everybody, and you don't really have the opportunity to follow it to a T every single day. But if you try and strive to commit to a routine, it will make your life so much more easier, so much more organized. Because for an example, I have a specific nighttime routine or nighttime cleaning routine, which makes my morning cleaning routine just breeze on by. Like this whole kitchen thing, cleaning up after breakfast, it took me a good 10-15 minutes because I had a good nighttime routine. If I did not have a good nighttime routine, or if I did not follow my nighttime routine, then I would be 30 minutes, 45 minutes, an hour just cleaning this kitchen. Is just outrageous. And I know that I like to start my day off with a clean kitchen. It just sets the tone for the rest of the day. So included in my nighttime routine, of course, is to put the dishes in the dishwashers so that way it can run overnight, get clean. So when I wake up in the morning, I can unload the dishwasher. And it just makes it easier throughout the day because you won't have a pile of dishes that's waiting for you to be washed at the end of the day because you have been putting your dishes into the dishwasher throughout the day. So whenever it gets full, you just turn the power on and let it go. Trust me, just follow a routine. It will make your life so much easier. After all the kids are off to school,
I typically have maybe 30 minutes to an hour of extra time before I actually start my work day. So sometimes I'll utilize that and I'll go to the grocery store. Now, I don't go to the grocery store every single day, but sometimes if I need like fresh produce, I don't know what's going on in the world, but my produce does not last a week in this house. So I have to go to the store more often for the fresh produce. But again, I have that extra time in the morning that I'll just run and get things that I need for dinner or staples that we're running out of.
All right, we just got done with the grocery store. I just picked up a few things that I needed to, prep for dinner, and then I got some fruit and stuff. I'll do a little mini haul. And then I had to get Starbucks because I didn't have coffee this morning. So I got me an ice matcha. This is the size grande. And then instead of regular milk, because I don't really do dairy, I got oat milk. And then I let them add 2 pumps of chai in it just for a little bit more caffeine since I didn't want to get the coffee. So if you're looking for a good drink to try, there it is. And if you want it to taste even better or a little bit sweeter, add vanilla cold foam on top. It's so good. But like I said, I'm trying to cut back on certain things. So now we're going to go home because I have a 9:15 meeting. I also have a 10 o'clock meeting. So yeah, let's just go. All right, here is a little grocery haul starting over here. I got a tomato because I've been craving like a tuna melt, and I already have like lettuce, iceberg lettuce and stuff, but I didn't have the tomato and I want the tomato, so we got tomatoes. We got some green peppers because I'm gonna cut it up with some chicken for dinner tonight. Some scallop potatoes. I wanted scallop potatoes with dinner. I don't know, I think it was like last week and we didn't have any. So I was like, what in the world? So I saw these and it jogged my memory that I needed to get some. So I got some scallop potatoes. I got 2 Lunchables for Giselle and Malachi for school tomorrow, for their lunch tomorrow, because they have field trips and they have to have a disposable lunch, and this is just easier. I got some avocados to go on like sandwiches and breakfast, and I just been wanting some avocados. Then I got some banana peppers and jalapenos to go on like my nachos. I do put banana peppers on my tuna sandwiches as well. That's just a personal preference. It tastes good to me. I got some blueberries, some strawberries, because we was kind of running out of the fruit. Then I got this marinade because we're going to try this with the chicken. I'm going to go ahead and cut up the chicken, marinate it with the peppers for dinner tonight. So hopefully that tastes good. I don't think I've used this before. I'm pretty sure this is just Italian dressing, to be honest with you, which is a little bit more seasoning, but we're gonna try it out. And then I grabbed a poke rice bowl that looks a mess now because it was just thrown in a bag, so whatever. And then I got some tuna, and this is just gonna be my lunch for today, so I don't have to cook anything and I don't have to go hungry as well. So that is what we just picked up from the Kroger's. All right, so now I have to get a little bit of work done. I have 2 meetings today. So this is my time block for that. Yeah, so I have 2 meetings for today, scheduled in the morning. I like to structure my day in a time block so I have time to basically do everything. So in the morning, of course, I'm getting the kids and stuff together. And then I have a time block that I just focus strictly on work. And then the next time block is like housework. So I'll go through and make sure the house is fine. I'll start prepping dinner. The next time block, which is usually I have an hour left before it's time for me to go get the kids, I will either continue with the housework, prep, basically it's day by day as needed. So it really depends. That last hour, it depends. And then when the kids get home, it's like the homework and cooking the dinner and, back to family home life. And then after the kids are put to bed, depending on how I feel, I will continue with work, or I'll catch up on like a video, edit a video, YouTube, and do stuff like for my personal business. But so that's how it goes. So I'm about to prepare for this call that I have, and then I guess I will check back in with y'all when it's my next time block where I go and straighten up the house and do things related to home. So I'm gonna get started and check in back with you in a few seconds, I guess.
Now, as far as work goes, we know that it can vary from day to day, depending on what type of job you have, but I don't think no 2 days are the same for me. So, my tip or my advice is during this time block, make sure you do the hard stuff first. You also have to figure out when your peak times are. So when I say peak times, that means when are you most productive? Me personally, I know that I'm most productive in the morning. So that is why I schedule my work time during or my time blocks in the morning specifically for work, because I know that my focus is there, my energy is there, my motivation is there. So I always do it first thing in the morning. And because I am working from home, it is easier for those distractions to come about. So I know that if I'm working during my peak time, it's just easier for me to get more stuff done when it comes to work. Okay, so work time block done. I'm about to go do my whole little morning routine. Now, this doesn't, how to explain it? It really depends on how my morning goes, whether or not I use this time to do my morning routine, like my morning cleaning routine. Because normally I have enough time, especially if everybody's running on time, I have enough time to do my cleaning routine while the kids are still here in the morning before school. So as they're getting dressed, like I'm making up their beds and stuff. But because I started filming this morning, the filming took away, the time that I would be doing all that. So now I'm gonna do that. But normally there's other housework that needs to be done other than the morning cleaning routines. But for today, we are going to be doing my morning cleaning routine. But normally I just do what needs to be done in the house, or if I need to run errands or anything like that, I use this time block to do it. So I am running a little bit behind. My meeting kind of like ran over. My second meeting ran over. So we're gonna get this house together because we just gonna get our morning routine done and then we'll proceed from there. All right, so this time block, we're going to continue on with the morning cleaning. But I know I had mentioned earlier that this is not typically what I do, because there is enough time while the kids are still here, early in the morning, that I can get this done as they are getting themselves together. Okay, so just so it's not confusing, let me give you a good day, a normal, typical day of how my morning goes. So I typically wake up an hour or an hour and a half before I have to get the kids up, because I have learned that this is me time. Like I have to literally schedule me time in, or my sanity is just out the window. So I'll wake up an hour and a half before they get up. And I choose to do whatever I want during this time. And normally this is where I get myself together and I ground myself and just mentally prepare for the day. So I'm already together. I'm already dressed. Now it's time to wake the kids up. So as the kids are getting themselves together, because most of them are independent, I go ahead and do this part, which is the making of the beds, straightening up around the room, and go ahead and get that out the way. So that by the time that they are finished getting themselves together, I am downstairs making them breakfast. So they'll come downstairs and eat. I'll get their vitamins together. And that is when they will go back upstairs after breakfast, have a little bit of TV time. And during their TV time, that's when I'm cleaning the kitchen. So normally all this stuff is done before they're even off to school. Then after I drop the kids off, I'll come home and I'll go ahead and get started on my work time block. After my work time block, I told you that my next time block is dedicated to the house. So during this time, I will, work on any projects that did not get finished over the weekend, or I use this time to actually record a video for you guys. So on this particular day, I wasn't able to do that because, like I said, the filming does take away from, it takes more time to film your routine than to actually do it. So now I'm just having to backtrack it, but we all got it done. I'm still filming a video, so my goal for the day still got accomplished. But during this time block, I'll do things like prep dinner, make appointments, anything related to the family or the home is what I use this time block for. It doesn't have to necessarily just be strictly for cleaning. Another tip that I have for you guys is to meal prep your dinners ahead of time. Now, how far in advance is up to you. I know this mom that I met recently, she meal preps all of her family meals from Monday through Friday on Sundays. So, and I thought that was a really good idea. But me personally, I like to meal prep earlier in the day because we all know that evening can be very hectic, and prepping dinner definitely saves you a lot of time, energy, and mental capacity towards the end of the day when everything is just lagging and you just have a million and one things to do, especially if you have kids, because we're doing homework. I have four, so that's four different types of homework. That's reading, that's bath time, that's still straightening up. So it's a lot of stuff already that we have to do in the evening, and we don't want to add more onto it. So prepping your meals ahead of time definitely saves a lot of time. On this particular day, I'm just going to be making this easy chicken recipe. It's just calls for peppers and then the chicken. So I'm just cutting them up peppers here. I'm going to be using whole chicken breast, but I'm going to be cutting it into like tenderloins, like smaller tenderloins. You can buy tenderloins, but this is what I had already in my freezer. So I just defrosted it the night before, and now I'm just going to cut it up. I'm just going to use what I have, but some good options are Campbell's has a good seasoning packs. Lowry's, which you're about to see me use here, has good marinades, and it just takes the guesswork out of it. You don't have to do too much. You don't have to figure out a lot of stuff. You just literally pour it on and let it sit. Now, you can do this at night, but because I'm so beat by the end of the night, I really don't have that energy. That doesn't work for me to meal prep at the end of the night. So I just like to include it in my morning routine. And it just makes it easy because now I can just, when the kids are doing their homework, I can just dump this in the oven or put it in the skillet, and that's dinner. Make a side, and with this, I ended up cooking rice and a side salad, and it was just perfect. It took all of 15 minutes.
All right, so a little bit later, just finished like the morning routine. I'm about to eat my lunch and start on my second time block of work before it's time to go pick the kids up. And this is a poke rice bowl. I showed it earlier. So it has salmon, summery salad, cucumbers, avocados, lettuce, carrots, and tuna. So I'm gonna eat this, and then I'm gonna work at the same time. And yeah. Okay, so
another good tip for you guys, especially if you are staying at home and working home, or just staying at home, because time can definitely get by when you're doing all this kind of stuff. But my tip is to schedule your lunch. I cannot tell you how many days went by where I was so consumed with either just work or housework that I look up and it's already time for me to go and pick up the kids, and I just blew past lunch. And I was hungry, but because I was so busy, I did not have time to eat. And if you can take it a step further and meal prep your meals, like on Sunday, if you want to meal prep your lunches. On this particular day, because I went to the grocery store, I just went ahead and picked up the sushi bowl, and it worked out perfectly. But definitely schedule time. If you have to put it in your phone so you won't forget, because I have done this and it sounds so simple, but if you know how fast that time can fly. But put it in your phone and be like, hey, go eat today. But do that. And one thing that I still am doing, which I've shown evidence of, please don't eat and work. Take the time out for yourself to actually enjoy your food, because like on this particular day, I actually just scarfed down my food and I was working at the same time. Don't do that, and take your time back. Enjoy. It's just 30 minutes. And if you want to take it longer, that's fine. Just go ahead and do that. But the next thing that I'm going to do, or the last thing that I'm going to do before we head out, is I'm going to tackle some laundry. You guys know that I've been trying to implement a laundry routine to where I will wash and fold and try to put up at least one load of laundry every single day. And this is the load that I had washed earlier. I didn't really record it because it was just such a natural habit that I didn't even think of to put up the camera, but I put this in right before we headed out to take the kids to school, and then I put it in the dryer once I got home. So now it's the time that I just took it out the dryer, and I'm just going to fold it and hopefully get it put up. If you have not tried this method yet, I highly recommend it. It makes my weekend cleaning routine or my weekend to-do list so much shorter because I had already tackled majority of the laundry. So that way I still have more time to be with my family. That is pretty much it for today's video. Of course, the morning is over. By the time I finish folding these clothes, it's time for me to go head out to go pick up the kids, and then we start our whole evening nighttime routine. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead and give it a thumbs up so I know what kinds of videos to keep recreating. Also, I really appreciate you guys for coming and watching, and I will see you in my next one.